you fall into the third stage of life. We call it as the Aranyaka. The third stage of life. People were lucky in the Vedic society that they were able to have the retirement when they were 45 years old. They don't have to worry about making money anymore. They don't have to struggle for anything. Now, because their children are already independent, they have their own family. Now, there is less social and financial obligation upon you. There is none actually. You have accumulated the wealth, you have saved, everything is there. There is also another word we use for Aranyaka. It is called as Vanaprastha. It's a very beautiful word. Vanaprastha. Vana means the forest. Prasthana means to look. Now you are looking towards the forest. It's a very beautiful meaning in it. To leave the society, preparation is needed. Now in this stage of life, one thing that you have to do is your completing your moral obligation, that whatever that you have gathered and enriched yourself through the knowledge or the wealth, you are going to share it with the younger generation. So that is why in India, grandparents and grandchildren, they have a very deep relation. Most of the time they spend with their grandparents. Nowadays it is disappearing, but still we have the joint families where the grandparents also living in the family. And these grandparents are going to be the moral support for the family. Now you have somebody who has lived more than you, who has experienced more than you, and guidance is needed in the beginning. The best therapist for you is your mother. You just go to her, everything is fixed. Once a man was having a paranoia that Mullah Nasruddin, he was not able to sleep on his bed because he thought somebody is there hiding beneath. Always he used to get up in the middle of the night and check under the bed, is there anybody? He started having this new disease. He tried all kind of medicine, nothing worked. And he went on taking advices from different therapists, nothing worked. And people were also able to see in his face that he has not been sleeping well. People can see it. You will have red eyes. You will walk like a zombie if you don't sleep well. So the mother-in-law has come to house and she inquired, what is the problem? Said, Mullah is not able to sleep. He thinks somebody is sleeping beneath the bed. So what the mother-in-law did, she just cut off all the legs of the bed and said, now you sleep. Now nobody can go inside it, and he started sleeping very nicely. So therapists are already there in your homes, that they can fix your problem instantly. So Samhita is this stage where you will understand the nuisance of relationship. You will understand its different colors. You are grown as somebody's child. After some few years, you will have your own child. Now you have to act like a parent. It doesn't matter whether you feel that you are a parent or not. Now you have to act in that way. Now the relationship has totally changed. No more you are a child, you are also a father. So through the relationship, you try to see yourself. How I behave as a father, how I behave as a husband, or how I behave as a mother or the wife. So, or as a good employee. In all these relations, you try to see yourself in the Samhita state. In the Aranyaka, now you have lot of leisure time. You don't have to work. You just have to remain in the family. Until today in India, there is a tradition that grandparents teach us everything that they know to their grandchildren. I started learning yoga from my grandfather. When I was 4 years old, he made me to recite Yoga Sutra, Aitareya Aranyaka. Now I didn't know that, what he was trying to say, but now it is helping me. Now it is my bread and butter. So, grandparents, they educate their grandchildren. They give all the knowledge that they have. Now this knowledge is going to support you because it is coming out of a person who has experienced life. So now you are going to share your tradition and your knowledge to the younger generation and to be present in the family only as a moral supporter. So, whenever there is a decision to make, they've been asked whether it is a right decision for the family. Is it going to help or not? So that is one thing that they are doing, that they are trying to just give everything that they have, they consider as the best to their younger generation. And second is, they started looking towards the forest, Vanaprastha. Preparation is needed to leave. One day you cannot simply say, now it's time for yoga, and if you go and sit in the caves, the very first day will come when you will start listening to the animal sound around. You will say, this is not really good. You cannot even close your eyes. You will imagine there is reptiles moving around. What if I'm sitting on a snake? This is what happens. Everybody is looking for silence. If you go deep into the mountain, I'm 100% sure, after a week, that silence itself becomes very disturbing. Because you have gone there without preparation. It is just a fashion that after practicing yoga, many people, they go to do vipassana also, or they will go simply there to learn to meditate. And in vipassana, you torture yourself in all possible ways. You cannot sit in one place for 5 minutes. Now you have to sit for 8 hours continuously. Now it's not going to work out. And you are so talkative, if you don't find anybody, you will stand in front of the mirror and you talk to yourself. You have that habit. And now you have to be quiet. You don't even have to utter a single word for 10 days. You will go crazy. So that is why people leave in the very first day. You will see half of the people are already left. They said vipassana is not for me. I came here thinking that it is possible. So that is why to leave the society, which means to come out of all these bondages, preparation is needed. That is why it is called as the Vanaprastha. You are looking towards the forest, which means that even though you are present in the home, in the society, your interest is all in towards the forest. You are continuously looking towards the forest. You are preparing yourself. So this is a good preparation. Just to be in home and to think about going to the forest, preparing yourself is very much needed.